This is a Fonzie Studio podcast. Welcome to Tales from the First Nations. I'm Jay Idle, and every week I'll share with you a tale and ancient wisdom of the native tribes of North America. I'll be joined by my cats, Dawa and Fonzie, who will undoubtedly make their presence known at some point, so I might as well just list them as co-hosts. We hope you'll enjoy the tales and wisdom, raise your vibration, and enrich your life with us every week. Welcome, friends. Welcome to the 11th episode of Tales from the First Nations. I'm your host, Jay Idle. I have another San Juan Pueblo tale for you today, and again, it feels a bit like a fable for children. This story is about a cat, and since I often talk about my cats, I thought I'd tell you a little bit about my childhood and the cat that cared for me when I was a child. You see, I was in second grade when a stray cat left her kitten in our front yard. My mother brought it in, and we kept it in a small cage in the garage overnight. He was this cute little yellow tiger, and my brothers and I enjoyed playing with him. Well, the next morning, the kitten's mother returned to our home, and my mother gave the kitten back to her. Well, the cat mother was so happy to have him back, and in her excitement to take him back with her, she left a different kitten behind. So I guess we can say that this cat was definitely not getting a world's greatest mom mug from anyone for Christmas. Well, this new kitten, she was a really cute calico, and boy was she talkative. She cried and cried and cried all day and all night. My brothers and I enjoyed playing with her, but she was far more interested in just yelling, which I can understand. I mean, she was probably terrified. She just went out for a little jaunt with Mom, and all of a sudden, Mom takes her brother and runs away and leaves her behind. Yeah. Well, the next morning, the world's greatest mom reappeared, and my mother offered her the calico kitten back, and she took the kitten and disappeared, and we never saw her again. Well, my parents were probably pretty grateful that there were no more random kittens being offered to us, but my brothers and I were super disappointed. There was no new kitten for us to play with, and that was sad. Well, about a month later, that little calico kitten wandered its way back to our front door and cried until we came out to get her. Now, two things had changed on this visit. First, she was much quieter. Once she got our attention, she rarely spoke again. And second of all, she was my cat. She was only interested in me. So after a few days without the mother returning, my mom took her to the vet to get her shots and check her out, make sure she was all healthy. So then we brought her in the house with our other cats. And she stayed. She was my best friend for her whole life. She was like my mom. She went to bed and tucked me in at night. She got me up in the morning for school. Even on days when I didn't need to get up early, she was still there to wake me up early. She was my constant companion the whole time I was at home, and I loved her very much, and she loved me. And it's a very similar relationship between she and I and Marianita and her cat in this story. So here is Juanita, Marianita, the cat, and the bear. Long ago, an Indian man and woman had two daughters, Juanita and Marianita. Juanita was older than Marianita, so whenever their father and mother went to a fiesta, a big picnic and dance party, they always took Juanita and left Marianita at home with the cat. One day, the father and mother and Juanita went to a fiesta, and they were going to stay all day and all night. So that afternoon, Marianita was home alone with the cat. Well, when she was cutting up meat to make some stew for her supper, the cat sat down beside her and begged for some meat. She gave him some. Then she got him some water, she stroked his fur, and she did all sorts of nice things for him. Well, as evening came in, it began to grow dark, and Marianita was afraid. There was no one at home but her and the cat. "Don't be afraid," said the cat. "I'll fasten the door and the windows tight, and I will take care of you." So Marianita locked the door and fastened the windows. That night, a bear came to the door and knocked. The cat peeped out through a crack to see who was knocking, and he saw the bear. Now, cats can see at night, so it was quite easy for him to see the bear there in the darkness. So he called out, "I'm sorry, we cannot open the door for you, Bear Man. We are busy making a fire." The bear waited a while and then knocked again. But the cat said, "We are making bread now, so we cannot open the door." The bear waited and knocked a third time. "Open the door, I have presents for you." This time the cat called, "I'm sorry, but we're baking bread and cannot open the door." The bear grew tired of waiting. He tried to break the door down, but it was too strong, so he left. And as he started away, the cat opened the door, jumped up upon the bear's back, and it startled the bear so much that he dropped the bundle of presents. The bundle fell open and the bear ran away. Well, in this open bundle, they can see the most beautiful jewelry and dresses and fine things that Marianita had never seen before in her life. And it was so beautiful, and they were both so happy. The bear was so frightened that he just left it there, and when Marianita gathered it up and took it into the house, they had a little celebration of their own. She dressed the cat up in a pretty little dress and made some beaded shoes that just fit the cat perfectly. Then she dressed herself up in a new dress and put on all of the jewels. When the father, mother, and Juanita came home the next morning, the cat ran out to meet them. They were surprised to see his dress and shoes and wondered what had happened. He told them, but they could not understand him. He told them again, but they still didn't understand, so they went into the house and hurried to see what Marianita had to explain all this. They were so pleased to see Marianita looking so fine that they hugged her up tight. "Oh, where did you get all these lovely things?" they asked. And Marianita told them all about the bear. The next time the Indians had a fiesta, Juanita decided to stay at home and let Marianita go with her father and mother. She wanted to stay home so that the bear could bring her some pretty things too. That afternoon, when Juanita was cutting up meat for her stew, the cat sat beside her and begged for some of the meat. But Juanita would not give him any. Instead, she struck the cat and treated him very mean. The cat jumped up on the window and went to sleep. When it grew dark, Juanita began to feel afraid at being alone. The cat pretended to still be asleep. He did not say anything to her about the door and the windows, and Juanita did not think to fasten them. That night, when the bear came to knock on the door, he found the door unlocked, so he walked right into the house. Juanita thought that he had come to bring her some fine clothes and gifts, so she said, "Good evening, Bear Man. Won't you have a seat?" And the bear sat down beside her. "What makes your feet so big, Bear Man?" "Ah, to walk the faster, little one." "Huh. Well, what makes your nose so long?" To smell more keen, little girl." "Ah, and what makes your ears so big?" "To hear the better, my dear." "What makes your eyes so bright?" "To see the farther." "What makes your teeth so long?" "To eat you up." And the bear ran away with Juanita to eat her up. But when the cat saw how Marianita grieved for her sister when she returned, he ran to the bear's den, jumped on the back of the bear, scratched out his eyes, and took Juanita back home again. There are some noticeable similarities to the tale of Little Red Riding Hood in this story, with the added emphasis on being kind to those around you, especially if they are the family cat. Thank you for being kind to me and for joining me on my journey and on this podcast. For more great stories and legends, check out the Jaguar Bird channel on YouTube. There's a lot of really wonderful content there. And of course, join me next week for another story here on Tales from the First Nations. I'm Jay Idle, and I'll talk to you next time. This story is from Tay-Tay's Tales, collected and retold by Elizabeth Willis DeHuff. Music is provided by my dear friend Scott Brocklesby, and the podcast image was provided by Mark Lawton. We'll see you next time. All right, that's it. How'd we do, Dawa? Phones? Excellent. Then I'll share it.